Greetings and welcome everybody. So I'm gonna get right into it. So this is gonna be a follow-up video to my earlier video, status closures on the quantum grammar communication technology system, and going to try to make this one a little bit more. Try to stay as calm as possible because I'm going to let y'all guys know I am extremely irritated and frustrated at the, as I stated before, this lackadaisical or this willy-nilly volition that we have in the venue. And from what I've seen, and I'm just going to put it like this, traitorous performances. Okay? I'm just going to put it to you like that. All right? That's where I'm at with it. And this is what it is. See, the problem, before I get into where I'm going here, the problem is that a lot of people in this venue have a veil over their eyes about what's going on. You see, and I keep telling y'all that as a legacy claimant and somebody that started 12 years ago, matter of fact, before that, because I had to learn the technology and then I got my claim around about that time, so I still had to learn and all that, so probably a little longer. But I want to go into the contrast of then and now. When I came to this venue, I first learned about this. The first video I saw was the one of David. It was like 12 hours long. I'm not sure where he was, but he went into a whole spiel about it, and it really got my attention. Okay? And after a period of time, more videos came out and everything. And I kept studying, I kept learning. Now, at the time that the grammar had really got to the forefront, okay, was around about the time that I started studying it. It's 2010, 2012, somewhere in that area. And what I mean by the forefront is that it came out to the public as far as being on a channel like YouTube or as far as public access. David and Russell had been doing seminars, but they were pretty much closed. They were being recorded, but they were kind of closed. And it wasn't until David started doing some of these performances and that he was doing in closed locations or closed venues, but then uploading the video audio of those into a public venue so people could view those, and then start learning the technology and comprehending what was going on. That's all it was. Okay, there wasn't this websites, there were no tutors, there was none of this. Okay, none of the venues or avenues that you go through, routes that you go through to get the claim of the lives and everything and all the stuff like that. Okay, so the contrast is that the claimants that were looking at these videos, that's all we had were the videos, some audios. When David had his website up, when he was around, that was pretty much all we had. Some audio stuff was on there and everything like that, and everything. That's all we had. As I stated in my last video, when I started studying this, the only person I had with me was my buddy Joe. Okay, Joe had a lot going on. He tried to study with me as much as he could, and he did what he could, and I just took it further than he did. He still studies. He's not part of the venue. Okay, at all. He doesn't have a claim to life or nothing, but he still studies and tries to learn it. Okay. I comprehend that people learn at different paces. They got different ways they want to learn and everything, and that's fine. That's good. That's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a different cognition method and process and stuff like that. That's fine. The problem is is that when I was in it, what I mean by that is when I was just coming into it and I was watching these videos, didn't have anybody to lean on. My buddy Joe, nobody. Okay, this whole time I had been trying to contact David, wasn't getting much correspondence back and things like that. Okay, so I said, you know what, just fuck it. I'm gonna do this shit on my own. So I did. I took notes. The 12-hour video that David put out, I watched that video. Man, I don't know. It had to be over. It was over 10 times. I watched it a lot. That's a long video. Okay, it's like 12 hours. It's long. See, he said a lot of stuff in there. You gotta watch the video in a whole because David takes a lot of breaks where he talks about things like 9/11, some things in between, and he does this. He does this not, and that people could pay. See, man, he's just running his mouth. Well, what he's doing is what any good lecturer or somebody trying to teach like they would is to give you your mind a break so you can absorb the data. David, it might have had some out there things he was saying, but at the core, what he was doing was giving you a break from the flow of data he was giving you that was foreign to your brain so you can have time to absorb it. It might not look like it, but yes, your brain does absorb it. Trust me, your brain records everything. So anyway, all that information that David was putting out, I was writing it down. And what I would do for my study method would be every time David would say something or anything like that, I would pause the video. Okay. And I would let him finish what he was saying, pause the video, back it up, find the timestamp, write down what the timestamp was. Okay, write down what he said, and then what the timestamp ended. That way, when I went back in the video and if it was pertinent information that I want to know, I wouldn't have to be scrubbing all around the daggone video trying to find out what I was looking for. I can go right to it based off the timestamps that I recorded in my Word doc or whatever I was putting it down. Okay, at the time I was using Evernote to do all the data. I studied that video hours, writing this stuff down, trying to catch the little things they were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bill of Lading, the Lighthouse Treaties and stuff like that. I was just writing this stuff down and just writing every little thing down. Okay, all the videos they would put out, man, I just watch them and just try to copy all the data because, like I said, everything was so segmented. It took me a while to gather this information in a document that I can use to study off of. I did that. And I said, okay, you know what? I needed to try to push this to a level of some kind of challenge. I needed to challenge myself on it. I said, what can I do to learn this technology by writing it in some kind of creative way? So I thought about the patent. At the time, I had already had an idea for a design for something. And I had been researching and stuff like that. I said, man, you know what? I can do a patent. I never thought about that. Heard about them before. Heard about the complexity of them. Heard about this. You hear this. A lot of. I don't want to say it's fear mongering or anything or anything like that. But it's like the people that talk about it can say, hey man, it's expensive, man. It's hard to do and all this stuff. Okay, fine. So at the time, I was in some transitions and everything. I was with my mom, and I begged my mom to get that book for me. I didn't have the money for it at the time. It was the Nolo book, How to Write Patents. Okay, that book's like $80. It was something like that. It's like this fucking thick. I got it sitting over here. I just can't get to it right now. It's sitting right over my shelf. It's huge, man. I walked in Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble, one of those bookstores or something in my city here off of Broad Street. Got the book, and as soon as my butt hit that seat, bro, I gave my mama kisses. Thank you. And then I started reading that book. From the time I got in the car to the time I got home, and then late into the night, I read that fucking book. Okay? I didn't read the whole book that night, but I took time to read. It took me like 2 or 3 days to read the book. Now, the problem with the book is that everything about the patents in there, things is not in order. It's kind of scattered through the book. And I can understand kind of way that it is because of the way patents are. They had to kind of go through, put things in certain order, so some things are not what you would think it would be, particularly when you get familiar with the way the book is written. But you understand at the end. Anyway, I went through all that, man. Okay? It took me a while to just go through that book, understand and here it is. This is what I want y'all to comprehend. Okay? So in order for me to write the patent correctly, and even to get into the filing queue, all right, I had to learn how to do the basics. That means writing the patent with the correct language that the patent office is looking for. Okay, do the drawings, labeling, descriptions, and all of that. Okay, I had to learn how to do that. Okay, so I couldn't sit there and I'm paying money, $300 some odd to file a patent. I'm not gonna sit there and willy-nilly my wording. I'm trying to write this. I'm trying to get a patent. Okay, so I'm not gonna sit there and be bullshitting. And I'm sorry that I said that. Seriously, I'm not gonna sit there and bullshit, guys, on a patent. I'm trying to learn the basics. I sat there, I researched as much as I could, YouTube, how to write patents. Okay. Now, what I didn't know when I was writing the patent, that I was filing for a high-level patent known as utility. Okay. I didn't realize this at the time. I was in study. Okay. I had nobody. Okay. So when I called around, even before I started writing the patent, just to talk to lawyers in my area to find out what it was, how much it cost for a patent, man. You call these guys, man, it's like 20 grand. Before that guy, I remember that day that I called that dude. I said, how you doing, sir? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying, man? You know, so-and-so living in the city. I'm just trying to learn how to write patents and everything. I said, well, how much you guys charge normally for writing patents? And before he even said it, he said 20. I said, click, click. I knew what he was going to say. They want no damn $20. 20 grand. 10 to 20 grand to write a patent. And if it's a real complex, it's even more. Okay. So I had to sit there. I had to learn all the tenets of it. I watched YouTube videos. Okay. So I was filing a utility, which is the top level of a patent, meaning I'm actually going for a patent. I didn't realize that there were other levels of patents like provisionals. Okay. And then design patents. I didn't comprehend that. What I was reading in the book, and it probably was in the book, but I was so focused on trying to get my stuff out on the utility side. That's what I was focusing on. And I put myself, my mindset, and I would say kind of trap myself in doing a utility when I should have been doing a provisional. Okay. Because I was going for the patent right off the bat. Didn't realize this, but I had fun doing it. Once I got all that done, filed it, I got my postcard return and everything, I was super excited. Now, I never got the patent on that because I did this in quantum. Comprehend this, okay? I did this in quantum. My quantum, like I said, I look at it now, is real bad. I was young, just starting. I got into a big dispute with the patent office about, I think it was it was the entity claims or something like that in the patents. I can't remember which one it was. We went back and forth on that for about 2 weeks or so, man. I got tired. I said, I'm not going to keep sending y'all documents and having to keep spending money like this. So I didn't send them more documents, and the patent eventually got abandoned. And I just didn't file anymore on it since then. I have since then done a provisional on it, but I haven't moved on it since then in that general sense. Okay. And just to let you guys know that the patent comprehend. The patent went into the patent office, and I got the postcard return. It was just, they were just giving me a postcard return. Okay, so when you send the utility patent in, and the way at the time it was done, you have to send your patent in, and with the money order for the fee for freight, and then you have to put in a postcard. Okay, the postcard, you put your name, address, and all that stuff on it, and they would stamp that and send that back to you. Okay, what that was all that was saying was that they got the mailing. Okay, you still had to get a review on your patent to see if you haven't infringed on somebody else's claim or anything like that. I never got that far, okay, because I got into that dispute about the damn whatever. I can't remember which one it was. Micro entity, I can't remember which one it was. Got into that dispute about one of the documents that was supposed to go with the patent. It was a big dispute. So what I'm saying is I found that. Okay. Now, you try that today, you might not get that far because of the foreignness of the language. So you're going to have to, I'll talk about that later, actually. Okay. That's actually some stuff for a class. Okay. But yeah, you might not get that far because of the language and everything, because they want you to talk a certain way. Well, the whole point of the story is that I sat there, okay, and cut my teeth on it without anybody holding my hand. No tutors, no websites, no Russell, no Rachel, no nobody. The only person I knew about at the time was Monty. Couldn't really get in contact with him. Couldn't really get in contact with David. When Russell came out with his videos, when Russell started coming out with videos, when he started showing up in videos, when I saw Russ, I was like, that guy, I don't know who the hell he is. Because I know his name at the time, so I don't know who the hell he is. I said, but that dude looked like he the man. I could just something about him. Okay. He was just had a stoic look about him. And when I saw him do a performance on that stage with that dude Gunch, I said, yeah, that's the man. That's the man right there. Whoever this dude is, that's the man. David was captivating. Oh, no doubt. Okay, that man could talk to grandma. Okay, but Russell, just some about him. I guess the knowledge flow. David had never talked in that kind of lingo. He somewhat, but not that. We never really heard that kind of stuff. And Russ is very captivating. Okay, I made it a effort to get in contact with that man. Okay, I did all I finally got in contact with him. Talked to him, and the rest is history. Okay, got my claim, and went on down the line. No tutors, no Russell holding my hand, nobody there. And then after I wrote the patent, okay, Russell and David had an event in Asheville, North Carolina, where they were having a seminar out there. Okay, me and my buddy Joe, I took my mama car all the way up Asheville, up the mountains and everything. Okay, got up there, met Russ and David. It was an absolute honor. I'd always wanted to meet. I said, man, David's a real short guy. Just let y'all know that. If y'all never met David, he's a real short. He about as tall as my mom, or maybe a little tall. They short dude. Russ, when I saw Russ, I said, man, those guys are little guys. I said, no wonder they don't like these guys. They little, and they doing this stuff too. They small. I can see why they hate them. Okay? But it was a joy to meet him. Okay? I shook David's hand, man. It was such a joy to meet that guy. All right? Regardless of we know what happened with David, it was a joy to meet the man. Met Russell. That is, I think that Asheville seminar is on YouTube. You can hear me in the background asking the question. Okay? After the seminar, we go have our dinner with Russ and everybody that was there. Everything was right next door. The hotel was right there, and then there was some kind of, it was like a, I don't know what kind of, it was a Western restaurant or something. It was a nice place, real nice. Okay, open air, not open air, but just huge vaulted ceilings from my recollection. Anyway, got there, we talked to Russ, was having dinner and everything, and David, Russell, because I brought the patent with me. Okay. I wanted to show, I was excited about me fast. Man, I got this patent, man. I want to really show these guys that I did something. Okay. Show Russ the patent, and he was absolutely blown away. Okay. Again, I'm not trying to brag. What I'm trying to show you guys is contrast here of performance. You know what I'm saying? Some wherewithal about yourself. Go get it-ness. Okay. Honestly. Russell saw that, man, and went ballistic. Said, I never seen nothing. He said, never seen, man, this you did. I said, never seen nothing like this. I did all the drawings, all the listings, everything. Okay? Russell stopped eating. He said, man, come on, man. He said, we can go over here. We're going to talk to David. All right. David was at the other side of the restaurant eating. He stopped David from eating, sat down with us, said, man, you need to take a look at this. He showed him my patent. And David looked at it, and his eyes went like, whoa, what is this? I said, it's a patent. He said, you wrote this? I said, yes, sir. Now, comprehend, guys, my flow was not as refined as it is now. Nowhere near it. I just really started. What I'm telling you guys would impress David and Russell about that was that somebody had took the time. My fucking patent was 25 pages, bro, or more. It's like 30 something. It's huge. Okay, and the drawings, 25 plus pages of those. Huge document. Okay, all myself. Nobody did it for me. Nobody did the drawings. Nobody wrote nothing. Okay, all incorrect grammar. I had a lot of mistakes in there. Okay, but they were impressed with the fact that I was able to put this document together, bonded, flag, all that stuff. Okay, David was impressed with it. That was the state of the grammar at the time I came in. Okay, and after that, it was nice and smooth sailing. Everything had a nice order to it. A little bit of chaos in there. When David passed, it was a sad thing. You know, even though he did some negative performances, it's still sad to see the man go. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. You gotta do performances. And this is not what I'm seeing in the groups. Okay? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about that after I do this segment. And let me get into this segment here because I don't want to hold you guys too long. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm already at 21 minutes. So we're going to be about another 10, 15 minutes. Y'all guys bear with me. And I'm going to get to the facts. So right now, I got to get into this. And I'm going to take a little pause from what I was talking about. And I'll come back to it. But I want to get to this because this is very, very crucial. So today in the Postmaster Basics group was active. They had a performance there today. Tonight was what's going on. I'm part of the group. The last video I showed y'all guys that I posted in there, where I commented, incorrect grammar. I was basically telling the guys that it's your duty in here to work or put a try to the tenets of correct grammar. And I just don't mean for the gratitude, for the thanks, for I concur. I'm not talking about those little quips. That's okay. That's fine. It doesn't teach you nothing. And then I got to listening to some of before I get into the end of it, then I got to listen to, and I got to touch on this stuff, man. I'm sorry, guys. This stuff just come to me. I just got to touch on it, man. Then I hear the calls being taken in the because Rachel posts the audio of the call that night for the public to hear. And the calls in the end, she was taking calls from claimants and very, very positive, speaking very, very positive about the venue, which is great. Okay. Well, what I found odd is that the postmasters in there were talking about how they were benefiting from the contract writing classes. Okay. Now, that's key word. Contract writing. Now, the reason this is a pertinent issue is because of exactly what I've talked about before. If this is the case, pardon me. If this is the case, then why is this not reflected or mirrored in the communications in Postmaster Basics? Now I can comprehend if you got different venues for different subsets of the system. I have no issue with that. That's not a problem. That's fine. Okay? Actually, I think that's a good way to do it because you got everything separate. It's focused. That's fine. Problem is, when you got a venue that has a title called Postmaster Basics, man, okay, just listen to the word. Listen to the compound fact there for the Postmaster-Basics, period. It's an advertisement saying that, hey, this is a venue, open venue for postmasters that want to come to learn the postmaster basics. The major basic of the quantum grammar communication technology system is exactly that word, communication. It is how you write. If you are in these groups that claim that for a learning venue, now let me specify, because I want to say this clear one more time, because I know how people get emotional. They get all twisted up in the emotions, and they, all this other stuff. Okay, so listen. You can have venues set up where they have correct grammar titles, okay, and are based off of fun interaction. But what you want to do is try to be as creative as possible with the name to try to make it inviting for that. So what you're doing with a fun venue, okay? If you're making a fun venue, you want to attract other postmasters, okay? You put the title in correct grammar, like my gaming channel, Logitech Gaming, okay? It's incorrect grammar. Letting advertising other postmasters, hey man, I'm a postmaster. I comprehend correct grammar, but this is also a venue where we can come in and have a good time. We're not doing any learning here. We're just having a good time doing videos and watching me play video games, stuff like blah, 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 blah. Simple. If that venue right there is casual, as it claims, then the title needs to change. Because what if a listener is coming in for Postmaster Basics is Rachel in the chats, okay, pretty much repeating what the chief has said, okay, playing clips of what the chief has said, and stuff like that. And that's fine. But where is the other basics of how to write? Why is there not a command in Postmaster Basics when the grammar is the basic to communicate in that styles? It's just real simple. It's not that complicated. If you want a venue where you can have some, I got those venues. I got Silicon Syndicate. That's an open venue where you can come in and have a good time. You don't have to talk in grammar. I got it in grammar to show everybody know that, hey man, it's me. I'm a postmaster. Come on in and have a good time. And then I got my other venues like Falcon Port and Quartermaster Post that are venues for study, where you come in and we learn about the mechanics. If people have knowledge of small mechanics, we talk about them, try to learn about them, okay? And at the same time, your communications in there need to be in correct grammar. Not this for the greetings. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Take a chance. Challenge yourself. What are you doing? Challenge. Hey, you know what, man? In my group, okay, the lounge, the Quartermaster Brief Lounge, that's a closed private group. I got videos in there of me doing sheetrock and construction work, okay, when I was working with the guy, Mr. Harris, and in my mama's house in here in his kitchen, okay? I would post these videos of me talking about the job of what I was doing, the process, method of what I was doing at that particular time, okay? And then I would follow up in there with dialect communications, okay, that talked about what I was doing. Not always video. Sometimes I would just post this, and this would be in correct grammar. Scriptives is what they are called. Let me understand this to y'all guys, man. Listen, the contract writing is fine. It's a different level of writing. It's a high level of writing. Everybody's not going to be doing that high level of writing. Nobody. I'm not knocking it. Said in my last video, it has its purpose. when you want to communicate with your peers, okay, you want to do this in correct grammar. The reason being, it hones your skills for better contract writing and writing contracts based off your own volition instead of using these daggone templates. Seriously. Nothing wrong with the templates. Like I said, they got their purpose. Now, let's get back into what's going on here, as I was stating. So the Postmaster Basics group, it says Postmaster Basics, then the core tenet, number one basic of the Postmaster venue, doing what we do is what? Correct grammar. So, with that said, so tonight, I'm not gonna say try because I did actual performance. When I was in the group, when I was watching the claims come in, because Rachel was ready to talk and everything, she's getting ready and everything, and I was watching everybody talk. And as you notice, now this is just a snapshot. This is not the actual Telegram channel in real time where I can scroll through. This is just a snapshot. So I'm not worried about the people being seen here because it's supposedly what they call a public venue. Now, I comprehend a public venue can be closed and open at times, stuff like that. That's comprehensible. But when you advertise yourself a public venue and people come in and they can't comment until you talking, that's not a public venue. Okay? Not the way it should. I got public venues. Okay? I got some private ones, but meaning that when I invite you in, there's you just can't just talk when I'm in there. Okay? You can talk freely anytime you want, post freely anytime you want. Okay? I don't have any restrictions like that. All you see, brackets, open claims. So what I said was, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait for somebody to come in here and actually do a correct grammar. It don't matter what it is. I'm going to correspond to it. I waited, and sure enough, I got one. And I responded to Ms. Carl up here. Now, now check this out. When I responded to her, okay? Right? Not after not even 2 shakes like they used to say in the old days. Not even 2 shakes after I did that. The administrator blocked me from sending messages. As a postmaster, doing a performance in correct parsing syntax grammar. Okay? Let's check this out. Zoom in. The admin of this group has restricted your ability to send messages. Why? Okay, I'm in correct grammar. That's correct grammar. That's correct grammar. These people haven't been banned. You know what happened? I'm sorry, guys. Oh. Let me find it. I got to go back and find it now. You know what happened? What happened was my video that I did status of the for the status of the correct parsing syntax grammar system or quantum grammar system. They got to everybody. I know everybody heard that because I've been spreading it around. Everybody else been spreading it around. Of course. Okay? Have to. You gotta call out slackers. What they call what Tariq Nasheed like to call tethers. Okay? So I was blocked from posting in a postmaster basis group as a federal postmaster, okay? And I don't give a damn if I'm on the website or not. Authorized teacher, okay? By the admin herself. And I've heard her say this. in her last communication, she said the same thing. I'll kick you out of here for the crap. Now, I told y'all before, I've said this as well, but I'm not gonna kick you out for no bull crap. I'll kick you out of there for this crap, this willy-nilly with it, or you thinking you can do this and everything like I did one of my students before. Right out of here. I'm not gonna have it. You're not gonna bastardize the grammar because of your feelings. Okay? So I got evidence once again. I'm bringing forth the proof, evidence, or what the hell ever you want to call it. Okay? The facts that this group and the person, the captain of the ship over here, does not have the best interest of the correct grammar venue, the quantum grammar venue in mind. The captain of this ship here is looking to divide and conquer this venue. That's what it is. This is what you see. Okay? Bottom line. Okay? Because if it was really about stopping correct, it wouldn't be me being blocked, because that's what it's coming from. I didn't get blocked the last time I posted. My video must have been seen. Of course it was. The data got back to them. Okay? And that's what it is. Period. Keep this on screen so y'all can see it, because you could be next for questioning or putting forth the correct data, okay, facts, and to be censored like this through a DEI, SEG Marxist mentality. That's what I'm calling it, okay? And the chief, our chief, has not shut the reins down on this. Complaint after complaint after complaint. It's been 4 years now since I've been teaching. Okay, since the time I started, complaint after complaint after complaint after. I get people calling me breaking down in tears. I got people calling me just they are just broken. Okay, I've had claimants tear up claim of lives in front of me, okay, because the chief himself will not listen to the claimants that have paid him, patronized him over the years, okay, that have sat here and given their time, their vim. Well, that's energy for you guys that don't know. Okay, and the people that have brought these messages forth have been attacked. They have been blasted, ridiculed for questioning what's going on in this venue. I had somebody on my video tell me that questioning this venue can get you kicked out of here. Really? We in Nazi Germany now? Is that where we are? Is it martial law, Russ against us with the spear on your flag? Complaint after complaint about Rachel Dar Prince and her foul attitude towards the claimants in this venue. And the chief sits there, doesn't stop it, ignores the claimants. And I'm at the point where I don't give a F. Okay? I done put my time in this venue, spent my money in this venue. I'd have been rug pulled, shitted on. Okay, not just by Russ, but by many people. And now by this venue here, trying my best, man, to stay calm. I really am. Okay? And in particularly with this venue right here, what's happening right now, Okay? The fact that I've been in this venue for 12 years and others, okay, and Rachel's Word, who just got in here as a baby, still wet behind the ears, still green, can't write a correct grammar sentence frontwards and backwards to save her life, has now taken control of the entire venue and is dictating to people who can come in and out of the venue. And you see right now that me has been banned from participating in this group because I dare speak a correct grammar sentence. Or is it because my video is touching on the facts and there's no rebuttal there for you guys to have? So the only thing you can do is ignore it and block me and other postmasters from the venue from joining the groups and exposing the facts and everything like this. The seminars, the shit that goes on there and stuff like that. So this is what I'm proposing for the venue. When I started this venue, when I got my claim of the life, there's no websites. There was no portals. But the Chief and David Windmiller to go through to get the claim of the life. Okay? You guys, all of you now, the next gen guys, the Gen Z dudes that are in here now, and this is not speaking bad on everybody that's brand new, because we got some really good people here. Straight up. You guys got it really good. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Websites, tutors, Telegram channels, YouTube videos, template documents. How much y'all pay for y'all claim of life? $150? $200 or so, like that? How did y'all pay for your claim of life? Through what means? Not so, like, did you use cash? Did you use Bitcoin or something like that? No, you used cash, didn't you? Okay, well. My claim of life was $600. I'm going to repeat that one more time. My claim to life, $600. 3 pages. 1, 2, 3 pages. Claim to life. $600. Hey, not only was it $600, but $600 in silver. Okay? Silver. I had to take the $600 that I worked hard for. I had to go to the jewelry store. Family Coin and Jewelry. Right there, that's the jewelry store I go to. Okay? I went there. I gave that man $600. I put that damn $600 on the table. I need $600 in silver. He gave me that $600, and I felt that shit in my hand. It felt good. I was almost ready not to send that money off, but I did. And I got this. I don't know if y'all guys play video games. I do a lot. Everybody knows this. But this doesn't just apply to video games. It applies to a lot of companies, particularly creative companies. And we're going to talk about right now about a company called Blizzard. Right now it's known as Blizzard Activision. Microsoft, because Microsoft is now owned as part of that. But at the time, it was known as just Blizzard. Blizzard is one of the top game makers in the world. Okay? They make a game called Warcraft. Okay, Warcraft was isometric, similar, like a 2D strategy game when it first released. And then it became World of Warcraft, where now, instead of 2D, it's a 3D world, and it's a multiplayer experience. Thousands of people around the world can come play, and you can interact in the world and have a good time with it. The creators of that game, when you go watch videos of them now and from back in the day, had a great love for that game. They were creators. Just like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Elon, all these guys, they started in the basement. They were creators. The game did great. What made the game what it was that it had a player base or a base of claimants. Because the way the game was designed, it was not necessarily the easiest game to play, World of Warcraft I'm talking about. So the people that would play it, would get far in the game, get certain like equipment and gear and things that were really hard to get, made the game have a very, very novel aspect to it. The players that were in that trying to level from 1 to 60 was hard. Took them months to get there. That's called WoW Vanilla. As the game started to grow, and naturally, any company will want to take advantage of that growth by trying to pull in a newer player base. Okay? This is all well and good. The problem with it is that when they did that, they totally forgot about the base that made them who they are. The hardcore players, those guys that sat there and got other guys to play who then told their friends to play. The reason I got into World of Warcraft, my buddy Keith would play. He told me, I've been playing World of Warcraft guys since 2004. Long time. I haven't played in a while, but I've been playing that. I played that game for 10 years straight. It was a joy of getting in there, doing these raids, doing these dungeons, doing the quests, hanging out with my buddy Keith, making new friends, and just having a good time. And the developers cared about it. But when Bobby Kotick of Activision got his hands into Blizzard's mix, when they merged, that's when the shit hit the fan. And from that day forth, Blizzard has gone, the entire company has gone downhill. They've been embroiled in lawsuits, sexual scandals. It's gone down here. Why? Just like Steve Jobs said, because corporate interest was allowed to come in and start making decisions and eventually overtook that, which made the company what it was from the beginning, the creative aspect of it, which all the players enjoyed. And now what you have is people like me, the legacy players of the game, okay, that have worked hard to get to from 1 to 60. But you guys come in and you at level 60 when you first come in already. The templates, the easy access to the claim of the life, the easy access to Rust, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. We got traders in this venue. They need to be weeded out, and we need to have a process that can weed out traders and people from coming in with the mess. The way to do that is to go back to the golden era, golden epoch of the golden now space, when the claim of the life is 100 silver. Yeah. Okay? That'll make you think about it twice. Because see, now what the problem is, so easy to get in, and then nobody is putting pressure on anybody to do the work. I keep hearing this crap about the contract writing and everything, but I don't see these performances in public. What I mean by this is when you guys get in these groups, I don't see the same type of performances coming out. You know why? Because these contracts are templates. They have to be. Because the writing coming out of the Postmaster Basics from mostly everybody in there is absolute trash, except the little quips for the greetings. I'm serious. Got traders in this group. There's a coup going on. The way to solve it is to weed these people out and start exposing them. The flag is upside down. Okay? Flag is upside down, everybody. It's under duress because we have a player inside of our ranks who is boisterous, very, very, very rude. I've heard stories about the rudeness, the talking down to the chief, the talking down to the claimants, the snarling, and all this. I've heard about it. And I'm tired of it and nothing being done about it by the chief. This is the problem with this venue and any other system of this kind of caliber is that the person always at the forefront is always feared. And this is where the problem comes in. Russ is my friend and I love him with all my heart. At the same time, he needs to stop and correct. Now, okay? Or you're not who you say you are, and the people that you've gotten into this, you have misled, and you've done a huge disservice to everybody in here. Do you hear me, my friend? Do my postmasters hear me? I think I've been pretty calm doing this exchange, this communication. Normally, and I'm on fire right now, trust me, okay? Normally, I would be on fire. And I am. I'm trying to retain myself because I talked to my mother. Been taking care of my mother. And she asked me earlier today, why do you cuss like that? I said, I do it because I got passion. Doesn't mean I just do it to be doing it. It's because I do it because it's necessary. At the same time, entertaining. Okay, and at the same time, I get my damn point across. You hear me now. Okay? You can do it either way. You need balance. There's the problem with this venue. You notice how this venue has become this love and light type of issue, this esoteric type of feel to it. Have you noticed that? Oh, just be nice. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Positive. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's when, as the chief stated, and everybody tells you when it's too much of that, okay, and then the other stuff can't be checked. Because, see, we've seen overly positive scenarios before. You know, hi, how you doing today? Would you like a cup of poison? That's okay. We've seen this. Offer you a cup of tea is fucking poison. Not saying you got to be angry. And I'm not some angry black man just running around, some angry postmaster. Absolutely not. One of the nicest guys you can meet, one of the easiest guys to get along with. But what I do not tolerate and what I do not put up with is frauds and bullshit. Y'all should know this. All my videos, I deal with frauds. Every video on my channel, I'm dealing with a fraud somewhere. And I'm telling you right now, I'll do the same thing with the people in this venue. If I find out, like what you're doing right now, I'm calling you out. We got traders in this group. There's a coup going on. I'm at the point where I don't care. And what I mean by this is that I care deeply about the venue. But what I mean is I don't care about hurting your feelings. I don't care about this goody two shoes attitude that you guys want to try to promote. And but what I do care about is this Marxist hotep volition that I'm seeing in this venue, and it's pissing me the fuck off. I'm gonna say it just like that. I gotta say it because I'm telling you, man, I've been trying to hold this back. Okay, that's what I'm seeing, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the people that are in this venue, you guys need to watch your asses, pay close goddamn attention, because see, what's happening is some very nefarious shit going on that's being kept from you. Anytime somebody tell you they're gonna kick you out of a group because you asking a question, anytime somebody ban you from a group that you part of like that because you correct, what are you looking at now? I done given you guys the evidence. Let's look at it one more time so you won't think that it's a fluke. It's right there. There's my post. There's the censorship. The tenets that Russell have set forth here are mirrors of the entire system that we see here. Okay? It's nothing more than that. The correct grammar wouldn't even exist if the base system that we had now was void of corruption, malice, and stuff like that. Of course, you're going to have a little bit here and there. There's no perfect system. People, get this out your minds. But I guarantee you there would be no need for the correct grammar if the system itself that we have in place right now was treating people correctly, fairly. There was no corruption and stuff that we talk about all the time. There would be no need for the correct grammar. See, the problem, you don't need the correct grammar to be correct. You don't need a religion to be correct. These things are just tools, springboards for you to use to move yourself. You don't need it to be. Because somebody's a Christian doesn't make them any less value. Because I'm not a Christian doesn't make me any less value. Now, even the Satanists, let's take it this way. They serve a purpose. Evil serves purpose. It serves purpose to test you so you don't get too comfortable and complacent in your now space. Okay? Evil plays a part. This is unfortunate in the general outcome, but it's what is known as balance. As I've talked to my students before about the positive and negative charge differentials and things like that. I'm going to end the video right here. Okay? Because I'm already at a boiling point about the situation. I'm in the video right here. Okay? I want y'all to know this. I've been in this venue for 12 years, and not one time have I done anything to undermine the venue, disparage the chief, make a mockery of the grammar, or the postal methods therein. If anything, I have lost, like I said, friends, some family members, close acquaintances and stuff like this for dealing in this. Matter of fact, I've lost jobs, lots of money, because I'm trying to keep to the tenets of a correct grammar contract, and it scares people off. Even with me explaining, they don't want to. A lot of sacrifices. Nowhere near what the chief has done. At the same time, people in this venue have made sacrifices and hurting, and it's not, the core wantos are not being processed. Things are getting blocked. Y'all know who I am, man. I only ain't got to say it. I'm going to leave this be. Last time I'm gonna speak on it, unless something else come off that set me off. And then if it happened a third time, something happened a third time that I find out, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it's gonna be a serious problem. Okay, I'm gonna say it before I go. The flag's upside down. You see, I'm saying you don't need. I love the chief. I really do, man. You don't need him. Okay. To do a stop and correct performance. Do you comprehend what I'm telling you right now? Okay. That man is not above stop and correct. Y'all need to get this out your head immediately before you end up in the dirt. I don't play games, man. I don't got time for it. Okay? I done lost enough. Just like Russ. Might not have been at the level he's been at, but trust me, loss is loss. Okay? So this crap about we need to stop the grammar, we need to do stop and correct and everything on the grammar, all that stuff. But okay, well, it's bullshit. When you not stopping and correcting, Chief, Rachel's not stopping and correcting, and all her cronies don't stop and correct, and everybody sits there and act like it's a joke. It's just flowers and roses all day long. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having flowers and roses, but where did you do the work first? To go out there and smell them flowers and roses. Did you do that at first, Lee, John, Frank, whoever the hell? Did you do that first? I'm out, man. Y'all be easy. Much love.